Nope. Let's talk about it. So, Jordan Peele's third feature film, or film as far as I know of, Nope, which just came out last weekend, was pretty good, yes. Actually better than pretty good. I really, really liked it. I'd borderline say I loved it, actually. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. That's probably a good sign. I'd like to take a step back to a year ago, exactly a year ago, when he released the poster for Nope with no warning or anything like that. Just the poster came out, Jordan Peele's upcoming movie that comes out 1 year from July 22nd, 2021. And it was just the now kind of infamous picture of the cloud with the tail flags hanging out the backside of it, looming over a farmhouse in the valley in the dark. And it was really a cool poster, very ominous. And it harkened back to somebody I'll probably compare him to a couple of times in this video, and I'm sure other people have, is M. Night Shyamalan. And his third movie had a very similar, I won't say story, but theme, not even theme, but anyway, it was in this whole, well, it's not a spoiler to say UFO genre of film. And the poster for that one was also very ominous, of just the crop circles lining up to a farmhouse in the distance. And that was also just, on both those posters alone, I would have seen either of these movies. Flash forward, we got the first trailer. I was already in anyway. The trailer looked good, promising. Didn't give a lot away. By the time I got to the third trailer, I think it was the third trailer, the final trailer for Nope, I was concerned, as does happen often right now, that they had given us the entire movie in a truncated 2 to 3 minute package. And if anybody watching this right now had that concern and hasn't seen the movie, it does not. The trailer's not misleading. I'm not going to say that. I don't want. It's not throwing you for a loop necessarily, but it doesn't give you everything. Not even close, really. This movie gave me what I was hoping it would be, and a lot more. Like, it went in directions I didn't expect it to go, and I didn't know that I wanted it to go in those directions, but I'm glad that it did. So this is the non-spoiler, broad as I can be possibly, part of this review. We'll get into spoilers towards the end. I guess it would be that way for you guys, right? First of all, the cast is fantastic. That's a big deal. I think anybody knows that, but for me, I cannot stand bad acting. I can't stand things like that. Just, well, they pull me out of the movie, and they pull probably most any moviegoer out. And we can say that about Jordan Peele, as he's gotten performances, really good performances out of everybody in all of his movies. Kiki Palmer as Emerald, Initially, I thought she was a little too much. I was like, oh man, she's going way too big with this. No. You get it. You understand who she is, and that's her personality, and it works in this context, and she's believable. What's his name? Daniel Kaluuya. Kaluuya, yeah. Sorry if I mispronounced it. Is her brother OJ, is the polar opposite, and I really liked him. I've heard people say that he's too stoic, he's too, blah. It was the perfect character. He's a rancher, he's a horse, trainer and all this. He works on a farm, or a horse ranch, I guess. He's a man's man. He's a worker. He takes care of business, and there's no fanfare to it. What's his name? The guy who played Angel, Brandon Perea, I believe is how you pronounce that. Forgive me again if I butcher names. I'm terrible with that. Was another one like Emerald that I thought was going to be maybe obnoxious. No, he folds into the mix just as well. Him and Emerald actually kind of have a lot of fun together. He's definitely more the comic relief, but he's still got like layers to his character, and he's very believable. Who else here am I thinking of? Ooh, Michael Lincott is in this, and that's a treat for us 90s kids, because, that's the bad guy from The Crow. Three Musketeers. He was in Robin Hood, and he just, he's not as in it as much as everybody else, but he definitely owns what he is in, and just a fun addition to the crew. So that's kind of like your core group of people. And then we have Stephen Yoon as Jupe, and again, like a character I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about, and his performance especially was really, really good, and sold the character and gave him more than what you would think of a one-dimensional maybe character that he might have been or could have been in a lesser movie. He really played it well. Let's see, list on spoiler stuff I can say. The look of the movie is amazing. I was fortunate enough to see it in IMAX. If you have that option, hands down, see it in IMAX. Definitely see this in the theater. I know a lot of people, I work with guys, and always tell me, you got to see the theater, Top Gun, like, you got to see it. Oh, I got a great sound system at home. I'm sure you do. But, dear God, like, this is definitely one to see in the theater, especially in IMAX. It was shot on IMAX. It's meant to be seen that way. And with good reason. It's beautiful. The night scenes probably look better than most movies I could think of that have so much stuff taking place at night in this big, vast area. You can still see everything. It's put together in a way. I was talking to my brother about this, that he and his girlfriend were talking about, and we all kind of got into it, was that the geography of the movie works. Like, I can't think of a good time, maybe an old movie like Tremors, like you actually have like a run of where these events take place, and you can feel that in the movie. This movie is very similar, not necessarily like it's a run of things, but where the main locations are, like at any point in the movie where they're standing, you're like, that's over there, that's back this way. I understand where everything's at, and it adds to this movie a lot. It gives you a lot of putting you in the movie. Let's see what else. The way it's shot is very clever. I do believe that Jordan Peele had a very clear vision. It's almost obvious that he did, because I can't think of a single shot in that movie that didn't seem very well thought out. He likes to let the camera sit in places too. He likes to let things play out, breathe, slow pan, zooms in. I mean, it's more of a dollying in, I guess, but he does a lot of things that are very deliberate, and it works, and it really, nothing felt out of place to me in the movie. It all felt very, very, very well thought out. Yeah, I'm just trying not to like spoil too much here before we get to that part, because I think that there's some stuff that I can still tell you. The music and the sound design. Again, another reason to see it in the theater. The sound design is a character in the movie, 100%. So is the music. Score is fantastic. It's I wouldn't want to be able to try to explain it too much. It fits. It fits the movie. It fits the ominous tone, but there's also like this kind of jovial parts of the score that really work. Some of the scenes that kind of get you, like in an adventure mode or something like that. Like, I'm going to compare it to Jaws probably more than once, but at the end of Jaws, when they're out chasing the shark, they're playing this really kind of upbeat music, and it's just almost like pirate music in a way. And that they do that here kind of with more of a Western motif. And it really fits it. Like, it's something scary happening or something intense, but you're along for the ride, and they're playing it that way, and it really, really works. So definitely worth it for the score. They use some cool actual, music, songs, and stuff. That's I'll get into one in the spoilers, but just definitely well-used music and the sound design. I would be shocked if they didn't get like nominated for it. It's so good. Let's see. I've heard people say that it's technically not a horror movie. It was to me. It's at the least, it's very much a scary movie, and a well-made one at that. Jordan Peele's gotten very good. You can see over time and his craft of creating tension, and I got to give him a lot of props for it, because I felt that the entire movie, even when it gets lighthearted at times, there's this it's like a guitar string running through the entire movie, and it just keeps getting tightened, and you can just feel it through the entire movie, just waiting for it to snap or like to pluck it, and and I'm not talking about like jump scares, but just being scared in general. So let's see. I guess that's don't want to say too much more because I feel like I might have blurted something out that I shouldn't have. So hopefully when I'm editing this, it won't be, oh, damn it, I got to go back and redo this because I just gave away the big plot point. Having said that, let's get into some spoilers to the fun part. All right, so here's your spoiler warning. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. Gordy. The whole Gordy backstory, side story, however you want to put it, with Jupe, Stephen Yoon's character. I've seen reviews of people that I admire, and I value their opinions, and we all are entitled to our own opinions. This isn't knocking anybody. I've heard people say that they could have just left that out, that it didn't go anywhere, that they felt like it was a waste of part of the movie. It was the core, to me, of that movie. You can't tame some animals. That was the point. Not only that, you're trying to tame an animal to exploit it, more or less, be it on a TV show, be it in movies, or be it Jean Jacket, the creature, which I'm about to get to. Okay, so let's bounce to that. Jean Jacket, what the hell? That was awesome. What a great twist that was. I can't recall a movie ever doing something like that before, because I was very invested, and I'm like, man, they're gonna pull the blanket out from, or the rug out from underneath this, and it's like not gonna be aliens. It's gonna be something weird, some other, and it wasn't. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. I don't know if they even said it was aliens, but it's the creature. The UFO is actually the creature, and I was like, that was brilliant. It was great. I honestly didn't see it coming. I think if I were to go back and rewatch it, I'm sure I would pick up on some more cues and hints at it. I was just really into the movie, so I wasn't, digging too deep on that stuff. But once you kind of get that reveal, the movie really turned into Sky Jaws, because it was real clever. I mean, you're looking up in the clouds like you'd be looking down on the water, and it's dipping. Jean Jacket's kind of whipping between clouds, or the fact that the cloud's just there and it's hiding in it, and the cloud's been there for months and nobody's realized it. Especially once it swallowed the fake horse and had the banner, with the flags hanging out of it. It was just like the barrels, the yellow barrels in Jaws, and they start sticking the harpoons of the barrels attached, and you could see where the shark's at. There were those great scenes in this movie where you kind of see that flag come just drifting in the frame, and you're like, oh snap, there it is. Lots of cool things to get the presence, that it was there. The electronic disturbance kind of stuff was really cool. Using the waving tube guys, I'm not going to try doing the whole Family Guy wacky waving, whatever. I'm going to screw that up. But having those lined up out there was kind of a way to gauge where it was at. It was all very cool, and it built a lot of suspense, and it was really cool visually too. I like that. Let me think, what else? Oh, okay, so one of my favorite, the rain scene, the scene at night after the massacre at, was it Jupiter's, what's it called? Damn it, Jupiter's Claim. A little bit of a brain fart there, guys, apologize. Which I'll get to that too. I don't mean to bounce around too much, but that scene at night with Emerald and Angel at the house, and OJ coming home after getting, I believe it was Lucky, the horseback. The way they shot that, and the way that, like, the rain had stopped around the house, but it didn't. It just kind of moved away, and you realize it's right above them, and then all the undigestible trinkets and stuff start to rain on the house, and the blood and bits and stuff. That was an awesome scene. The scene leading up to that, the two scenes leading up to that, what I would call the massacre at Jupiter's Claim, was really well done. I did like the sound design in that scene alone. Like it made the hair on my neck stand up when he realizes that the Jean Jacket's right behind him, and then it just starts devouring everybody. And they had the lady there that was in the show with Jupe, that he was when he was a kid with Gordy, to go back to that. But I remember seeing in the preview, you see that woman's face under the veil, and it's just all jacked up, and it's like, what is this? What's going on? And then, like, when they get to it, I was like, oh man, that was wicked. That was messed up and disturbing. And then when OJ comes in after the whole massacre, and Jean Jack is still lurking around in the sky and comes swooping down on him and stuff, it just kept building really good from that point on. It started getting really intense. So to get on to some like maybe the themes in the movie, and I'm sure there's more than I read into. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I really, really liked, well, first of all, the idea of not being able to tame an animal. I think that was a common theme. But I think that probably bleeds into Hollywood a bit, probably with specifically more kid actors or just young, naive people in general. There's so much to be said about that kind of stuff, of course, right? Especially somebody who's around that stuff in Hollywood and sees it. I think that and animals get, used and abused for sure, probably worse than anything. But I think that was a cool tone or a cool theme to put into the movie, as well as like the idea of spectacle, which they bring up a lot. Actually, directly say spectacle in the movie several times, and the idea of wanting to film something and get famous. I mean, how many times do we see now that somebody gets hit by a car on the street? At least 8 out of 10 people are probably going to run over with their cameras out. Nobody's going to be trying to help. Some people will, I'm sure, but you know what I mean. Everybody wants to get that shot, and it's just kind of in our DNA now. And it's kind of messed up, but it is really how the world is. With the TMZ guy in the movie, the dude on the motorcycle, he gets jacked up, and OJ's trying to help him, and he's just like, no, man, get the shot, pick up my camera, get a video of me on the ground all jacked up, and just that bad, Same with Antlers, the cinematographer. He gets really good footage on his homemade IMAX camera, crank camera, and it's not good enough for him. And he literally goes to sacrifice himself and feed himself to this monster to get the best footage that he possibly can, and he does. I don't know whatever happened with the footage. I mean, hopefully we never find out. I think it should be a one and done movie. They should leave it alone. But I'm just saying the idea was this dude was willing to die for his art, and he certainly did. So, so those themes are pretty cool. I think that was, as far as social commentary, there's plenty of stuff in there. I'm sure nothing was overbearing or heavy-handed in a way that I couldn't enjoy the movie. Nothing took me out of it. I feel like this was his most straightforward movie, Jordan Peele. I loved Get Out. I thought it was very clever, very well made, very, of course, well acted. Really good movie. Same with Us. I thought Us was really cool. Concept was wild. Visually, it was really cool. He comes up with some really ambitious ideas, and I give him a lot of credit for that. Let me see. To go back a little bit, actually, I kind of glazed over something when Stephen Yoon's giving his speech before they feed Jean Jack. He refers to what he believes of the aliens in the spaceship as viewers, just to kind of tie back into the whole, everything's got to get on film. Everybody wants to get their 15 minutes of fame kind of thing. I just love that he refers to them as viewers. Sorry, I had to bounce back on that one. I kind of glanced over it earlier. But yeah, just again, to keep with the tone and the themes of the movie, I think that was really cool. So yeah, anyway, and then let's just drift ahead to some of the cool stuff, like the reveal, like I said, when Jean Jacket, I don't know what you want to call it, blossoms or kind of shows its true form or something. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but it just kind of unravels into this. I mean, the first 3 thoughts I got were like jellyfish, like angelfish, or even an angel. And I don't know what it was supposed to be. Maybe it was like a Rorschach test in a way for us to kind of make our own minds up about what it is. But it was really cool. Again, super unexpected. Visually, it was just the way it was kind of done, like over people's shoulders. You didn't see it in all of its glory until a little bit later. It just kind of kept, you're like, what's going on behind him? And I find myself doing that to that movie a lot, is kind of trying to look around people in the movie to see what's happening behind them. That's probably a good sign of a good director and a well-made movie. Plus, we were seeing on IMAX, so you really gotta move your head around for that. So anyway, in short, great movie. I couldn't do a ranking yet. I have to think this one through. It would definitely be, at least an 8 out of 10 for me, though. Very good movie. Very fun. I know some people thought it was slow. I can appreciate a slow burn. The movie's got to build. And the tension and everything was there. I really, really dug it. So, having said that, thank you for watching. I think I'm supposed to tell you to like, share, and subscribe. I would almost, beg you to, but I'm not gonna. I'd rather you comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm wrong. Think I'm an idiot. My opinions are bad. Whatever. We can chat. I can take it. But we'll be seeing you around. I got some more videos coming soon. Many more. And we'll talk to you then.